up, Riveter Nation? It's Hill the Riveter coming at you this gloomy, doomy morning. I think the universe, what may or may know what may or may not be happening today. I actually just filled up, got Freedom a full tank of gas because we may possibly be saying goodbye to our very faithful, loyal friend. Alright, so why is this occurring? Why may this be Freedom's last day to ride? No, I did not simply fall short on my bills and have to sell her to get a bunch of gifts for Christmas. I would never do that. So currently, my significant other and I own 2 Harley Davidson. We own a Street 750 named Scarlet, which is not mine, but my significant other's. And then we also own the Iron 1200. When I first started riding motorcycles, I started on a Street 500. I love that thing. But then I soon saw through my progression that it wasn't going to be a big enough motorcycle for me. So whenever I got all hyped about it, my significant other saw that and wanted to join me on my adventures, then we decided, hey, like, why don't we get you a motorcycle so you could learn and then just go? And so that was the idea. With the purchase of a motorcycle, we were able to get my SO a free class through my local Harley Davidson because they are the bomb. And, oh goodness, I'm getting way ahead of myself here. So what we did is I told my significant other, yo, like, the Street 500 is not going to be good enough for you. There was one that was on the sales floor. However, whenever we went to go look at it, because it was a red one, it was all scratched up. Somebody did not take good care of that bike, so there was a Street 500 there, and our trusty salesman Jonathan was like, hey guys, look at this one, hint hint. So we ended up purchasing the Street 750 and brought it home. However, my SO works full-time, goes to school full-time, and also has their own kind of business. So there's not really enough time to just stop and ride a motorcycle whenever they would like to, as I like to do all the time. So Scarlet is just kind of wasting away. You know, why would I need to ride the Street 750 if I have this badass bike, Freedom? So Scarlet's been kind of wasting away for the past few months, and I started thinking, you know, we're paying on 2 bikes right now currently, and insurance on 2 bikes for 2 people. Like, it's kind of like we're paying for a big boy bike. So I was thinking, you know, I love Freedom. Freedom was my dream bike on a budget. But there is bigger bikes out there, like the Lowrider S and the Fat Boy or Fat Bob, you know, just all kinds of good bikes out there that we can possibly buy, you know, and in that case I can get comfortable with having a passenger and then just go to events and things like that on the bigger bike. So I was like, started talking about it the other day, and we're like, hey, like, it would make more financial sense to just own one big bike, and that would be the dream bike. Build out that bike, and that would be the it bike, you know, for our family. Go, dude. Go, bro. Sheesh. Gosh. Sorry. So anyways, I texted my trusty, I told my SO, think about it. I don't want you thinking like, hey, we're just going to sell your bike because, you know, I want a bigger bike or whatever the heck. But that's literally what makes sense for us right now at this given point. So we are on our way to talk to the Harley Davidson dealership. My salesman, Jonathan, I texted him yesterday and he was like, yeah, sure, swing by. And I was like, you know, us, like, well, you know, us as riders, we are always looking at the next big thing, whether it's the next mod on our bike or the next bike. And so that's why I was like, okay, like, let's just pull the trigger, you know, and do it. Start looking at the next bike. So I have been looking at the next bike, and they of course have brand new Lowrider S's in stock at Harley, but they also have a, you know, pre-loved Fat Boy. I'm sorry, not Fat Boy. I don't know why I keep saying Fat Boy. Fat Bob. And it's like that post-apocalyptic looking one that is sexy as all get out. Matte black, and that's been me. You guys know my aesthetic when I initially started the channel was that Street 500 in denim black. I've always been one for the matte finish. I just think an all black bike is absolutely sexy, and I believe that the matte black is the sexiest of all. I love Freedom because of her tank and her tank, the colors that go perfectly with the channel. It was a perfect bike, Iron 1200, when I was moving up from the Street 500. But now that there's a possibility that we can go ahead and get a bigger bike, we are going to do it. So I took her around to ride, you know, for a little while, just get the nostalgia going. And now we're just, you know, going to talk to the dealership. But last time I went to go talk to the dealership, I was riding home in freedom. So that's the plan for today. I will keep you guys updated. We'll see how this video plays out. For once, I don't even know how this video is going to play out. And normally, you know, I know the topic of the video, but you guys know me. Usually there's some kind of dead animal that grabs my attention, or a live animal that I have not yet seen in person, and I just go off the rails. So I don't know how this video is going to play out as far as if we're going to purchase a bike today or if we're not going to purchase a bike today. All I know is that I love to ride motorcycles. I know that I love freedom. I know that I love motorcycles, and I know that I'm going to the Harley dealership, which is dangerous ground. So thank you guys so much for joining with me in this adventure. Let's go ahead and just see how this video plays out. I'll see you guys shortly. Oh my gosh, there's Onyx, my first bike. We gotta go say hi to her real quick. What's up, Riveter Nation? It's Hail the Riveter coming at you this glorious day. What the heck is this display? What are we doing? A test ride? Did we steal someone's bike? Are we riding dirty? What are we doing? We are actually trial riding the RIIIDE S. Alright guys, so I think this may be part of a video or a actual new video. Normally, you guys know, if you guys watch my videos or if you've been with me for a while, every time I purchase a bike, I will go to the back of my local Harley Davidson and actually ride around, just try to get myself acclimated to the bike. And that's what we're doing, man, because it is the weekend and they have their Harley Davidson Riding Academy. You guys need to check that out if you want to learn how to ride. Going on right now, we are actually just kind of riding around Hooters, practicing, not eating there. Yuck. I'm just kidding. I know, some of you guys say their chicken is good. That's not all that's good. I'm sure that's not what you're going for, their chicken. Lies. I won't tell your wives, don't worry, or girlfriends. Anyways, so we're gonna kind of go in circles for a little bit. The RIIIDE S. Glorious machine. Look at this big ass tank, man. Woo! Alright, I'll stop laughing and being giddy, and we're gonna kind of, like I said, do a little bit of circles around here. And this bike, man, when I test ride this, I guess I'm gonna have to do a whole video about this, the whole experience, but I wasn't too impressed with this bike, and now I'm just like, sheesh, I'm so happy I pulled the trigger on this bike. But let's see how this goes, you know. Like I said, we got to get acclimated with all the controls and stuff before we go out onto the streets, because as most of you guys know, my local Harley Davidson is on the feeder of a major road. So I don't like to, you know, jump out there not acclimated to my bike, because it's just not a good idea. It's never a good idea to do that. This bike is perfect, man. The balance of this bike is beautiful. It's gorgeous. So let's go out and get some mileage. Let's do this. I may talk, I may not, because I don't know if you guys remember the last time I did this. I think I put a video out there. I'm just like getting a little nervous right now. All right, let's get some miles. The only thing, of course, like all Harley exhaust, is this freaking exhaust sucks. And I had literally, we had gotten Freedom to where we wanted her. She was gorgeous, she sounded beautiful, but that exhaust was just horrendously bad, you know. And now it was gorgeous, and then now we got the Lowrider S, and this exhaust I think is worse than the Street 500. Okay, bro. All right. Got to work on this this whole setup right here on the handlebars, because it's a lot different than my Sportster, a whole lot different than the Sportster.